Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. I decided to continue to craft. I'll put this up tomorrow, which will be Saturday. For some reason, I do better at night than I do during the day. I get so tired during the day that if I get one thing done, I am so happy. Hold on one second. I just need to have a sip of water. My voice is croaky. Yes, I talk to myself when I craft. In case you don't need a larger folio for your ephemera, I made this little ephemera holder, which looks like an envelope. I did stitch around it, as you can see, with the gold thread, which I am not using anymore because it's really temperamental. And I glued the ribbon on after I sewed it because I didn't want to go over the ribbon. So you just open it. It looks like an envelope, as you can see, but when you open it, it's made with book page. When you open it, you have a little tuck spot here, and I just have these photos in here, which that might not be dry yet. I did do some gold rub and buff around the photo, and same with this one. I think I'll leave those out because they may not be completely dry yet, although I did buff them. Can you see the gold in that? Anyway, it's pretty. And so you have plenty of writing space here. The paper, this piece of paper is an old piece of paper and it only came to here, so I decided to fold it over and use this for a tuck spot and still leave plenty of writing space. And then over here I used one of Lydia's strips, which I think I only have one left, which might be this one. No, I do have another one left that would look even better. But anyway, this is Lydia's paper from Raindrop Lila for my Christmas journal. Yes, I'm still working on it, and I pray that I get it done by Sunday because I'm so sure that many of you are so tired of seeing Christmas, but this can be for any journal. And then in here, I have these sweet little tags. These are some birds, and I still have to back them. And then some little children. And then this looks like it needs to be trimmed down a little bit. I like to keep the black if I'm not going to stitch it. Lydia has, you know, like a black edge that goes around. And if I'm not going to stitch it, I will typically leave that black and then, you know, put something on the top. So there's those 3 tags. And I was going to make, you know, like 3 pockets on this side, but I decided to keep it a little bit, you know, as flat as possible. I don't want this journal to get too chunky. And then you just, you know, put these back in. I'll put them back in. I don't know why it's stuck, but. And then you have this cute little ephemera holder that looks like an envelope. And I'll show you in my journal where I'm going to put it. So I thought I'd make one with you. They're very easy and don't take a lot of time at all. So all you need is some book page. And I'm going to use my book page that Wendy gifted me, a whole book of, oh, I didn't cut it yet. Hold on. This is how the pages are in the book. And you cut, there's only 1 string per signature, and this is the whole signature. So when you take it out, and as you can see, it's not perfect because they had to tear them and what have you. This is a 1700s Latin. Well, it's in Latin. It's from Italy. So I'm just going to get, I thought I had already torn this, but I'm going to get 2 pages together. But if you don't have book pages that are together, it's okay. I'll show you what I'm going to do anyway, regardless, even though my pages are together. So I'm just going to take these pages apart. If I can tear it. Yes. So now I actually have 2 sets of book pages. see, I have this set, this, and then these 2 pages as well, which I'll just do it now while I'm here. And Wendy still does have many of these books left. She sells them, I think, for $45 a piece. And this one has over 900 pages. So it's really a wonderful deal. So leave me a message in the link below and I'll get you in touch with her. Oh, my goodness. See what I mean? You get so many pages. I mean, that's just one signature, and my book is huge. I did a video on it several videos ago. So, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of pages. One little signature. So what I'm going to do is get something that I'll use this. Well, it's not going to match up, but that's okay. See, because it just doesn't, which is fine. It doesn't matter. So I'll use one that has some writing space on it, maybe. None of them. Well, that's okay. Because my other one did have some writing space on it, so I didn't cover it. But that's okay. So you want 2 book pages, you know, any size. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this page and I'm going to fold it over this side. And I'm going to fold it over for a tuck spot. It's hard to make these even because of the way they're torn, but I don't want to make it even. Then I'm going to fold it up like this, and I'm going to make an envelope top, like right here. I'm not going to go all the way to this because I want this to be able to fold over without it being, you know, crammed. So I'm just kind of, let me just get this to, I don't know how Rachel from Artsy Creations works with these papers because, well, especially if you're like me, I kind of like everything like just so, but I'm getting used to the not just so. So then you fold that over and now you have an envelope. Did I go down too far on that? Let me just make sure I didn't. And now you have yourself what looks like an envelope, okay? But in fact, it's going to have some pockets here, and I'll probably use this as a flip to put my paper in for journaling. I don't know. I think I'm going to actually move this back just a little bit so I have more space there. And then I'll just fold this over, refold this like this. Well, that means I have to come up here and do this over, which is fine. Because I want to be able to not have it impinge when I fold it. Because I'm going to cover this with paper. Okay, that works. So I'm going to take some glue and just glue down, you know, those little spots there before I add my paper. And like I said, it doesn't have to be Christmas. As a matter of fact, the paper I'm using isn't real Christmas, but it's beautiful. Wait till you see it. And it is by Raindrop Lila. And it's from her Pretty Backgrounds, I think. I'll look it up and leave it in the description box below like I always do. I like I said in my last video, I had printed out some papers that, wow, that has some embossing on it. That's too bad that I'm going to cover it, but oh well. Just, okay. So, I want the writing to go the right way. And I am going to now cover this part. Look at this paper. It's toile, and it's black and white. It's got children. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to place it here because that's what I'm going to use for my top. This might be different than the other one because I really love this paper, so it might have more of this on it than, say, this one has the plaid here, and you open it and this kind of match, you know. And then I have this on the back, and I left this alone for writing. And these are one of her fussy cuts, and this is one of her fussy cuts. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Oh, it has to go this way. Oh, phew. Is it going to work? I think so. Okay, so now I'm just going to glue this down here, but not all the way to that bend, so it bends good. So, get some glue. I should put something underneath that, like a glue page, but that's not a glue page. I'll just take a scrap piece of paper, stick it under there. There we go. And glue this piece right here. And like I said, I'm not going all the way to the fold. But I am putting a lot of glue on this rag paper because sometimes it gives you a hard time staying glued. I've had to use my Fabri-Tac, but that looks like enough glue. Okay, so now I'm going to just cover that flap and try to stay sort of even. And you can see where your corners are here and here. So that way you know it's, you know, mostly even. And then just press that down. And I may use this for the other side as well. But before I do that, I need to cut this part off. And the last time I tore it off, so, but I should wait for it to dry. So I'll do this part. And for this part, I only need about an inch to reinforce this part. Or if you have 2 book pages, that's how you're going to connect them. And I'll go that way. So I think I used an inch the last time. So I'll stay with an inch. You might think I'm making 400 Christmas journals with my mess that I have made. Finishing, you know, making one Christmas journal. It's crazy. So now I'm just going to, I'll use my Fabri-Tac on this because I am going to be bending it, you know, opening and closing it. So I'll just do this onto the rag paper and then snip off what I don't need. So I'm kind of going on both sides of this rag paper here, or book page. Music paper would be beautiful. Christmas music paper. I don't have much left. I mean, I do, but not the kind I like. I like Joy to the World and Come All Ye Faithful and, you know, those beautiful Christmas hymns. And I don't have many of those left. So I'm going to just push this over just a little bit and get that right in the center and push it down. And if anything, I can go underneath that with my glue, you know, with my precision glue bottle, if it's not all the way over. And I'm just going to snip this off like that. So this should be dry enough for me to tear. And I'm going to try and tear right along that edge. That worked. So it must have been dry enough. And then just going to fold this up onto the ruler because it kind of helps it tear better. I've used things like this in so many Happy Mails. I can't wait to start doing swaps in Happy Mails again. I just really want to get past this Christmas journal. And then, you know, success. Okay. I am going to use the same, even though, oh, fold this, Cheryl. Go this way because then I can see where it folds. See, I can see that line there. And then I'll go back the other way. And then, yeah, I'll have to go under it with my precision glue, but that's okay. And fold it back up this way. Don't really like using this. I'll use the Beale Yards, which I hadn't been using it in so long that when I took my pin out, the whole metal piece came off. So baby, I better use my glitter glue because that has, you know, a tip on it. Where's my, oh. So I'm just going to go underneath here to make sure I get it all. There. And the other side. Make sure I get it all. And believe it or not, I have one more thing in mind to make tonight, but I won't make it on camera. It's too simple. I mean, it's really simple. And for this, I haven't done my ephemera yet, but I know what I'm going to be using, so I just have to cut it all out, and I'm not going to do that now. So, even though this should be this stripe, I love this so much that I think I'm going to do both the back and the front with this toile. But I have to make sure it's going the right way when you open it, which it is. So again, I am going to Get my piece of glue paper. Open it back up. And just glue this here. I mean, you could use any paper, you know, you don't have to make it all different. I just did. I had those scraps and I just love the plaid and I love the polka dots and, you know, the greens and the reds. They're just so Christmassy. There. Oops, wrong way. Hope I have enough on there. I think I'll go around the edge just to be sure. I see Rachel from Roxy Creations do this once in a while, you know, just to kind of make sure she has it glued down good on her rag paper. There. Okay. I want to go here. So sweet. This paper is so sweet. Oh my gosh, you'll be seeing it a lot. Probably make a whole journal out of it. I love it so much. So I'll just let that dry for one moment before I cut that off. I really do like to tear it, but it really should be nice and dry before you do. So that's that. Now I need to place that folds up like this. So now I have to put some paper here for writing, and I think I'll try and leave that for a little tuck spot. I have this old piece of very brittle paper, and that works. Just move it over a little bit. That glue is coming through the rag paper, but it will dry. That's why I don't really like to use the art glitter glue. And then I'll just refold this a little bit here. And hope it closes okay. Maybe not. No, it won't. So I'll take an edge off of that. That has to stay this way. So I'll just take a little snip off of this so it will fit. Wonder if I can use my ruler without it breaking. Yay. I'm making a mess on my desk. So I'm going to now, hopefully, yes, much better. And I'm going to go ahead and use my glue stick because that art glitter glue comes right through. So scrap paper. Do I want 169 or 170? I'll use 170. I love numbers. I have a ledger book. It's not a very big ledger book, but all the pages are very brittle, so I'm starting to use them. You don't even think about that, you know. They get so brittle. There. I think that's enough. I may have done a little overkill on that, but that's okay. So take this back. I can throw that away now because it's got a lot of glue on it. I'm going to put this right about here. Maybe move it So now we have some writing space, and we still have a little tuck spot here. And I'll use the Fabri-Tac to glue up the two sides of that. And I'm going to stitch around it anyway, but you don't have to. And I'm not using gold thread because I'm tired of the bobbin breaking. It's so wiry, the gold thread. It worked well on my cover. I'm happy. So now I'll just tear this off and have a pocket and maybe decorate it. And we'll be done. You can cut this, you don't have to tear it. I love this paper. I'd love it in every color. It is so pretty. My hands are so inky and dirty. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes it happens. So, this will now fold up, and this will fold over, and we have ourselves an envelope. Now what I was thinking for this, I'm just going to trim a little bit of that white off because I won't be inking it. My ink still hasn't come yet, but I'll try not to make it so. What I was thinking about trim for this is I have some insertion lace that I put some velvet through. Oh, I didn't finish. Hold on one second. Just, if you have any lace like this, it's fun to put like ribbon, or this is just a piece of velvet, but I thought it would really be nice for this paper. Oh, wait. That's funny how that worked. Why did that do that? See how much longer that is? Doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It looks funny. I don't think it's going to be long enough if I cut it there. But see how much longer that is? I wonder why that worked out that way. Well, probably because it's so old and that's the only piece I have left. I think it might be the only piece I have left. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Go ahead and put it through here. Then I'm going to finish it off by pulling this down a little bit. Just looks so pretty. And I love velvet at Christmas. I love velvet at any time of year. So let me just put this piece through here and maybe it won't look so bad. There. There. I'm going to do it. I just love that. I love the lace. And it won't be long enough if I don't do it that way. I have an idea. Hold on. One second. Where is it? Right here. So what I'm going to do is the same thing on the other side. And then nobody will be the wiser except for the people that are watching. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out. I'm glad I didn't finish it. Well, I would have figured something out before the video. How long have we been on? 30 minutes. I'm sorry. So if I do this, yep, that'll work. So I'm going to go through here and make it match on both sides. I think I might have a little bit more of this, but I'd have to look. And I have so much lace out. And I just got a package from a friend for Happy Mail. So I'll have to show that Happy Mail soon. And my cards and all of my Happy Mail that I've received for Christmas. There. Now it matches. Ta-da. Perfect. I'm not going to cut it completely off yet. Just cut it there. And now I'm going to put this here. I just think it looks so elegant. I'm going to push it down a little bit more to that very edge. Right here. Oh, this paper is so pretty. And then I'll just put this right along the edge here. Or maybe I should move it up because of that. This part. And you can kind of see the black through it. You know, you can see through that little sheer piece. That looks nice. And now I'll just cut that angle and cut this angle. Don't want to cut the paper. There. And I'm not going to put any glue under the velvet because it will come through the velvet. So I'll just leave it. So now we need a pocket on the inside. And I think I'll use the stripe on the inside pocket. This one. To match the outside stripe. So I am going to just, let's see, make it about that deep. You like my measuring? There. There we go. I'll have to, if I put it here, you won't even notice that I tore it there. And I'm going to make this a little bit longer so I can bend both sides. In other words, I don't want it to be flat on the page. Let me see if any of my gold ink will edge that, and if not, I can, if I put it here, you won't even notice, you know, because it's on that white part of the paper. Now what I'm putting in it, I think it needs to be a little bit wider. So I'll go a little bit wider. And a little bit on this side. That way I know that it will fit for what I'm going to put in there. Yeah, I think that's good. Hold on one second. This is my gold ink that I use. It doesn't come out real gold. It comes out like an aged yellow. And this is what I'm waiting for. So this is how I've been you know, it won't even pick up on the brush. That's how much is left. None. So I'll just kind of do this to my edges. It definitely needs inking, but as you can see, it's barely coming out off the pad. So hopefully tomorrow, and I won't have to be inking this way and getting ink all over my hands. But this is how I've had to ink everything, and now I want to just kind of ink that so that you won't see anything in there when you go to put things in and out. There. I think that looks good. I like it. Okay. So I'll put a little bit of glue here. And teeny tiny bit along the edge. And a little bit here. Flip it up. And make sure I'm not getting too on the fold. There we go. There. I can even move it down a little bit. And like I said, I don't have my ephemera made yet, but I do have some fussy cuts that I thought would look good. And I am going to stick my glue underneath here because I didn't get it all and it's tearing because it's so fragile. There we go. There. So, I've been scanning some pictures. This is a picture of my brother, myself, and my sister in 1957 in Christmas. So, I won't leave this in here, but I'll just show you. Oh, did I come? So you could, you know, put a photo there. You could even put your own photo there and write about it here, you know. Here's some more photos of my brother, my sister, and I. And that's in it's about 1958. And then I'm 2 in this picture. That's my great-grandmother and my brother. Right after my dad built our home. My Mimi. So, you know, you could put, I'm not going to be putting these in here, but I've been scanning them and then putting them on photo paper for my personal journal. So I'll just put that in there for now. And then for here, I don't have anything yet. And I don't think this will fit. It might. It does. So there. Just pretend that that's the ephemera I'm going to use. And then it will fold up. And like I said, I'll be stitching from here. You know, I open it up when I stitch it like this. Take these out. I open it up like this. I start over here and then I go up, across, and down. I won't sew over this. I'll lift the needle, then I'll go here and all the way here. And then it looks like an envelope, but in fact it's an ephemera holder. And I really, really like that one. I love it. And I know what ephemera I'm going to put in it. I just don't have it ready yet. So let's see one thing here. I do have, and I don't know about the red. Is it not, does it take away from the velvet here? I could put it on the back because there isn't anything on the back. I also have the bells. This is on vellum. I love doing it on vellum because when you put it on, you can see the words through it. I actually might do it this way because the other bells I have up in the corner here. But I do love the bows. But the velvet's a different color. So I think I'll put the bows on this side, and I am going to stack them. So what I'm going to do is possibly like this and like this, and it will give it more dimension when I do that. See, you have, I'm going to put down probably 3. I'll do this one, and then sort of this one, and then maybe this one, like this. I won't do it now because I'm being too fussy, and I haven't decided yet. But these are from her fussy cuts as well. And I have more of her fussy cuts too, so I'll go through them and see what looks best. But the front definitely needs something, so it may end up being the bells again. But I could always put them down here. Or I could put them going this way. You know. But I'll decide that. So there you go. You've got yourself a nice little envelope, but in fact, it's an ephemera holder with a writing spot. I'll wait for that to dry a little bit more. And I think that's about it. This is the first one, which has those in it. I might have to put a little paper clip here, but that would be all right if I do, to hold those. But anyway, I'll show you in my journal where it's going to go. I have a belly band that I put in there, and it fits perfectly. So here's the people in the village, and then in here are some cards that sort of go with that. So it just folds up like this. Tuck it underneath the belly band here like this. And then just folds over. And you've got a nice little tuck spot belly band, ephemera holder, envelope. And that's where that's going to go. So I don't have too much left to do. I had this spare piece of paper, so I put it on the back of this page. Put some birds in it with some scripture to go kind of with this. I have something that's going in that lace pocket. So I don't have that much more to do. I did an over the page tag with writing spot. Just have to trim down that bow a little bit. But you'll see more of it in the walkthrough. And I hope to have it done. Where did that go? Go in. No, it doesn't matter. I'll actually put it here because it will be lower and won't stick out so much. There. So I still have just a little bit more left to go. This came out really good. I did a video on this Christmas Eve. Some more tags that need to be backed. But I don't have that much more left to finish, and I'll be done. So, that's her. And yeah, so I'm almost done. Just have to do the ephemera for here, and then finish the backs of the other ephemera, and I'll be finished. So there is today's video. I'll put this up in the morning because it is late, very late. It's like 11:30, I think. I'll fold this down a little bit more. There, so you can see more of the book page. Isn't that pretty? And you would never know it was an ephemera holder and writing spot. I love book page. All right, everybody. Until the next time, be well, be safe, be kind, and God bless. Love you all. Bye-bye.